I can tell who's been here by the blue bag. What's that?
Did you hear me coming through the woods?
I did.
Okay, guys, today I finished with supper. I like to build up the fire just a little bit, and I want to show you what I do to build up the fire. I get a lot of wood. I've already got some prepared over here, but I wanted to show you that I often try to drag a really long log, because you can start from that end and have wood, plenty of wood, and this is very dry, so it's easy to break. I'm going to show you how I break some of these logs over trees and whatnot. So I'm going to put this log over here. This is part of my big wood pile. And I get the small, I'm just going to build this up a little bit. Get the smaller ones in here. Put some small sticks in. And I think if I blow on it just a couple of times, it's going to come up in flames. Do you think that's going to happen?
Yes.
This smoke makes it look like it's getting ready to burst open in flames any second now. Just a little bit of concentrated smoke, blowing helps. There you go. It just took one to go. So, yeah. So what I do is I go ahead and get the smaller pieces and I kind of break them up, in about a foot long each. They're real brittle, so it's actually pretty easy to do that, to break them like that. Then I can get a much bigger fire going here.
Do you ever get bruises on your thigh?
Of course, it's part of the deal. So you take a stick like this, you just kind of break it. Try not to do it in flip-flops. I know that's a terrible example. You should use really good hard shoes to do it in. So I just, this wood is not super dry, so it's not super brittle, but it will break on you. And I just take the whole thing, put it on the fire. Now, bigger logs, well, like this for example, that's pretty brittle, and it's just going to come loose. Just pop it up against a rock like that, it's gonna come loose in no time. But a bigger one like this,
whoa,
you should use a tree to do it with. And I do this all the time. When I'm camping, you'll see me out whacking wood up against a tree all the time. It's the way I cut wood. I never use an axe. Bring it on in.
I don't want to get hit by flying wood.
You're not. So there it goes. That's one. There's another. There's another. So you got 4 nice logs there.
Wow.
Ready to go.
Good
and
job.
You can pile that up on the fire. So I have plenty of wood here. Plenty of wood to go. And this thing is just now getting started up.
Looks like you're going to be out here for a while.
Well, yeah. I like to sit around the fire in the evening. It takes the chill off. Of course, it's been really hot today. It was 80 degrees today. For Virginia, I guess that's about normal, early October.
I don't know.
Okay, so I thought I'd have a little fireside chat here with you. If I can find my stool, good place to put my stool and just smoke my pipe. This is what you do. You get your pipe out, as I've shown you in one of my earlier videos. Fire's starting to be roaring. It's nice.
Tell us how you had to call to find out.
Oh yeah. You always want to know if there's a burn ban in your county where you are. That you couldn't do it anywhere in Maine or New Hampshire or Vermont. It was completely disallowed. So
because of a drought.
Yeah, they've had a drought. And that may be partly why the leaves have turned and peaked already there. But here in Virginia, very little color, some color, and it's not as dry. And so you always call the local county, fire department or something, and find out what is allowed, because each county sets its own rules, at least in Virginia. So as I told you, I smoke North Sea tobacco. It's a vanilla type of tobacco, and maybe you could come just a little closer.
Trying to get the fire.
I know. Fire's really roaring. Feels great.
Yeah.
And get my pipe going here, and I get this from Tinderbox. Someone asked me, You know, do you buy it online or do you go to a local shop? Well, Tinderbox used to have a lot of stores in North Carolina, Virginia, but after like 10 years ago, they just stopped having stores. And there's maybe one in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, that I know of, but I just buy it online now. And I think it's kind of expensive myself, this pipe tobacco, but I always ask for it for birthdays and Christmas, and I have a nice stock, nice amount of pipe tobacco ready. Let's see, I like to be old school if possible, and I'm gonna get my little, instead of a lighter, I'm gonna see if I can't light this thing with a stick. This is the way you do when you're just, you know, out here in the woods and somewhat living off the land and enjoying nature. We're having a wonderful evening and afternoon here. It's just beautiful, absolutely. Looking forward to the absolute peace and quiet here. So I'll try to get this stick going, get it burning. It may take a while because it's pretty thick. And once it gets going, I can definitely use it to light my pipe. So I've got my pipe tobacco ready. It's tamped down, not too tight, but you know, enough to have a good draw. It affects the way the pipe smoke draws into your mouth, the density of the pipe tobacco that's in here.
So you don't want it so tight that air can't flow through, but you don't want it loose so that it falls out of the pipe, right?
Absolutely. When it's loose, you don't really have you're too busy breathing in and breathing out. You need some density in here to have a nice draw.
Guess it makes it last longer too.
It does. It does last longer. So this may or may not work. This particular stick may not work, but I'm gonna not give up. We'll try. See if it works. Whew, I'm gonna get burnt doing that.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just go with my old school
Your matches that
matches
didn't
here.
never work the first time.
Yeah, these matches were actually made in the Czech Republic, and I think about 50% of them actually work. So it's not a ringing endorsement, but they happen to be what's left over. When we lived in the Czech Republic, you know, they made matches.
Oh.
One down. We need to get away from the fire just a bit.
Yeah.
You're watching me fail. It's the matches.
It's the matches.
See that?
Yeah. Nice.
You want it to be red all the way around it.
Is that your favorite part?
It's one of my favorite parts. It is. I enjoy it so much. One thing about, you know, lighting a pipe, and matches, it is a little bit like life. A lot of things don't work, and you just have to keep trying, you know. My wife has a lot of grit, and she just keeps trying. She just keeps plugging away at it, and it succeeds, and it's great. So
Thank you.
I've learned that lesson a little bit. Just keep trying, you know. If your pipe doesn't work the first time, just get another match and light it up. It'll work eventually. And sometimes the end goal is worth it. You know, these are just simple life lessons. Let's have a seat here. So I want to ask you, and feel free to put comments into the post here. What do you like to think about when you're smoking your pipe? What's on your mind? Do you think about the day? Or do you just kind of not think? I do that a lot, just not think.
That's a specialty for men.
A lot of men don't think. I'm one of them, so sometimes I just don't think. My wife will ask me, what are you thinking? I go, not really anything. I wish I were that smart, but sometimes I'm not, you know, thinking anything. Especially when I'm smoking a pipe. But
It's a good break, mental break. I remember one of your professors that I also had many years later
Mm-hmm.
who smoked a pipe while he was teaching. I think he taught history in the history department.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do.
that's hard to believe now
Yeah.
that someone would smoke in class.
But in North Carolina, which is where this college was, we all grew up with secondhand smoke. You know, everybody smoked. It took forever for the Baptist Hospital in Winston-Salem to actually not just have a non-smoking room.
That's right.
They had, you know, the whole hospital you could smoke. Of course, not next to the oxygen tanks or in the operating room. But now you can't even smoke in the hospital. It's unbelievable.
That's a good decision.
I mean, I think they should ban cigarette smoking, but I think pipe smoking is innocuous.
Stepping on some toes now. Same tobacco.
It's just being a pipe lover, is all it is.
I know.
So, and when we lived in Germany, man, I was really paranoid about smoking. It's like you could almost not smoke outside. You're like, can I smoke here in this park? Can I really? Non-smoking zone? I don't know.
I saw that in the UK.
True.
I think there are places like that in the States too.
But right now we're out here near Woodstock, Virginia. We're out in the George Washington National Forest, and it is just awesome.
We're all by ourselves.
And you can smoke, and you can not wear a mask, and you can scream and yell, and nobody hears you here.
True.
So yeah, it's great.
Nice
How's my fire coming along?
It's awesome.
Do I need to put on 5 or 6 more logs, or?
I don't think so, but I was thinking about some marshmallows.
Oh yeah. We can do marshmallows, right?
Yep.
Now this wood here is from the stump, and it burns a little bit differently. It's very interesting how it burns. I'm gonna put that on there. And I guess I've run out of my very few thoughts that I had.
Do you think you can get
Here.
some smoke rings in between the wind
No,
gusts?
it's too breezy. It's too breezy for smoke rings. I will do that on another video, so stay tuned for that. I will look forward to that. But in the meantime, grab yourself a pipe and some good tobacco and light up with matches
Or a stick.
and have a think.
All right. This morning we were joined by some people going to ride their horses. What a beautiful animal. I bet there are some nice trails here.
Oh, they are.
Yeah,
Oh.
great.
This is our first time here. We
Oh, is it?
camped here last night, found it on a website.
Oh,
It was perfect.
Yeah, where are you from?
Well, we lived in Harrisonburg a long time, so we know this area real well. I mean, not this part. You know, you discover stuff all the time.
Yes.
girl, Roxy. Good girl.
I wondered if they went forward or backward out of that.
Depends.
Okay.
Sometimes it's easier to just let them turn around and walk out. you know.
Right.
Other times it's better to let them just back out.
Okay.
Come here, baby. Come here. You too. Yeah, I got this up there, don't I?
Do you board your horses at your homes?
No, I have them at a friend's house. We both board there.
Yeah. This is my husband, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. How
What
are
a
you?
beautiful day to ride.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Man, this is the life, what you guys got.
Yes.
It truly is. It
I'm
really is.
serious.
All right, well, we're going to head on out.
Yeah, have
Okay.
a great time.
We'll see you when we get back.
So, lighten up here.